The NDC is committed to run a good government. And
Okay.
for that matter, we welcome every constructive criticism.
I see.
But what we not condone
is
pedestrian, gutter, infanta, anachronistic propaganda masturbation.
We
will not.
Hello guys, you're welcome to Political Pulse on Kane Media TV, Kane Media Trends, and this is your favorite political show. We bring it to you every weekdays as young ones, as citizens, as concerned citizens, that we are all looking out for good for our country, Mother Ghana. This is our own way to contribute to the national quota, to contribute to national development. So every weekend we meet up here, we discuss things that are trending in the country as a matter of within our political, demography. We discuss things that are happening there as youths. We also give our suggestions, we give our contributions to these stuffs. And then, political show, we are out there looking for sponsorship. If you're a business out there and you want to sponsor this show, we have our numbers and our details on the screen. Pick them and then contact us. Anything at all you want us to market for you. Just as we say, Kane Media TV, Kane Media Studio, we make you famous. We make your product famous. We make your product reach the targeted markets. And today, just as I bring to you every day, I bring you 9 show. I have here with me Mr. Prince Kuma, who happens to be the 10 communications officer, University of Ghana. Mr. Prince Kuma, you're welcome to Political Pulse.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
All right, kindly speak louder for me.
All right, thanks so much.
That's nice. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm keeping well.
So far, how is I learned you recently won election at the 10 communication officer. How was the whole campaign process and everything?
It was quite easy because I went on a post, so
okay.
It wasn't that tough for me. And
okay.
That is the level of confidence that the people have in me, trusting that I can deliver on the job. That's why I believe no one contested.
Oh no, I see you came with so much heat, so the people didn't want to come close so that you disgrace them.
maybe. Let me presume so.
That's nice. So you're welcome to Political Pulse again.
Sure,
so good. So today it's going to be normal. It's going to be, the normal political, talks and political analysis that we give every day. And over the week, a lot of things are happening within our political, fields. Well, one of the things that we would like to talk about is the recent State of Nations address that the President of the State, the President of the land, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama read to. But before we go there, I would like my viewers to know that since this happened to be a youth-centered show and the President is coming from the NDC side, today I specifically requested an NDC member so that we can dissect the State of the Nation's address very well. Next week we'll try and see if we can get our MPP, the opposition guys, to also come around and then come and give the counter they want to give. But today we are solely dealing with the NDC. So yeah, Patrick, quickly let's go into the State of the Nation's address. We are going to pick some aspects.
I think you like calling me Patrick. I'm Prince.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah. I think maybe have some guy called Patrick.
We have friends.
Or Patricia, maybe I have a girlfriend.
I beg you. Let's not go there.
Sure, I understand.
Let's not go there. So quickly, we'll delve into the State of the Nation's address.
Yeah.
Let me have your general overview of the whole State of the Nation's address before we come to specifics. Okay.
Right. So President John Dramani Mahama's State of the Nation address 2 days ago was simply an exercise in fulfillment of his constitutional obligation. If you look at our constitution, Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution stipulates, and with your indulgence, you say that the President shall, at the beginning of each session of Parliament and dissolution of Parliament, shall present a State of the Nation to Parliament. So, deliver a message. Deliver to Parliament a message on the State of the Nation.
Yeah.
So why it then means is that Parliament, at the beginning of each session, and then before it dissolves, the President should come and give us the State of the Nation.
State of the Nation.
It affords the President the opportunity to give us the current condition of our economy, of our social life, of probably talking about the political landscape, our financial state.
Yeah.
Just to give a clear overview. And also, subsequently, unveil his vision for the whole year. So telling you this, what the position of the country currently,
Okay.
and this is the plan I have for the country going forward. So it's just basically a constitutional requirement that the president fulfilled. And
Okay.
I think that he did so well. And let me commend him too for his choice of attire,
Okay.
his dress code. He
Okay.
wore a very stunning
Yeah.
traditional smock.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
to some
yes.
of us that really are passionate about protecting and preserving our culture,
Our culture.
we saw that gesture as something truly remarkable and profound.
Okay.
Of course, others may see it to be a normal thing, but I believe that the president's gesture lends credence to, his dedication to making sure that you protect our Ghanaian heritage. So that would be my primary.
That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. So quickly, since I've gotten your overview and then getting to know the constitutional mandate, I like the fact that you went into the constitution to give us the provisions that mandate the president to give us this particular information. So quick one, let's delve into it. The president actually gave us the states of our various sectors. He spoke about the agricultural sector, he spoke about the health sector, education, and then the other sectors. But the one that I want us to pick very first, that I have keen interest in, is our health system. You get me? Today, because of our, the deplorable nature of our health system, we have, some kind of illness or some kind of six being taken out of the country to be cured. Today we don't have our former finance minister in the country, basically because he is sick and he cannot be cured in Ghana. So with His Excellency John Dramani,
he chose to go outside. Yes,
that is fine. That is fine. Coming from the opposition, that is what you would see. Yes, but what I want to get from you is that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama made a promise with regards to what his vision is for the health system, and then the previous government too also had left something. So comparing and contrasting, what do you think is the health, like from your particular point of view, what do you think is the true state of our health system now?
I would say our health system actually in a very, very deplorable state, because if you look at the number of hospitals we have in Ghana, as you rightly mentioned, if you go to even one of the major hospitals or our major tertiary hospitals, like Kwalebu 37, you go there and the oxygen machines are not working.
Okay.
But you realize that 2 days ago, our oxygen machine in Kwalebu that has not been working for last 2 years now has been fixed. A new one has been bought.
Okay, I chanced that on the internet.
What the NDC government wants to do. We want to also make sure that, as we promised our manifesto, we want to build a 500-bed specialist hospital for children alone, to make sure that sicknesses that are related to children will be treated. So we have specialists, doctors that are specialized in those areas to deal with those diseases. John Dramani Mahama is also saying that we need to look at sustainable funding for the Agenda 11 projects.
Okay.
President Akufo-Addo in his last sona said that he has completed 3 of them.
Yes.
Which even the 3 of them are not even operational.
That I find that very hard to believe. That a whole president of the state will not mount a stage like that to give his state of nations, which any message that goes or goes on the floor of parliament goes into Hansard, goes into record, and I feel it wouldn't be appropriate for a former president on a very high state like that to lie to us. So that I'll find it very difficult to believe if it is so.
Well, if you think lie, I don't really see it lie. But of course, he told you what he has completed. We thank God he didn't come and say he completed 100, because we know them. We know why they've been able to tell us. These people told us that 5.7 million people have benefited from senior high school. Some of us were able to cite them to strict proof, reference their own budget statement presented before Parliament, telling that it's 3.2 million. The education minister, former education minister, said that it's actually 3.5 million. So we know them. So let's even thank God the president didn't lie. He could have lied. So now he told that it's true state of the number of hospitals we have as a country as far as the number 1 project is concerned. So we are looking at how we can fund and complete those projects, so that very soon they can be operational. So Ghanaians can go in there and then seek for medical health care. We're also looking at how we can make sure that we look at the Mahama care. It's going to be a medical trust fund or a fund that's going to take care of chronic diseases, like people are suffering from hypertension, heart attack, and all those things. That's what John Dramani Mahama wants to do. So I believe that when it comes to health, everything's going to be under control. We are well prepared, and he said that we should prepare ahead of time. We shouldn't be like what happened to us when it comes to COVID. Right, the whole world. Let me say the whole world. We've not really prepared for such pandemics. Right, going forward as a country, we need to make sure that we strengthen our health institutions. So as and when those things come in, be able to, tackle them.
So one thing that is trending on social media so much, I feel like I would want to have your view on it, is that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama went to the state of the how do you call it, the nations to promise and then give, how do you call it, campaign talks.
Okay. All right, so it's very simple. You see, the MPP don't want to learn, unfortunately.
Okay.
That's why even they can say tricycles, right?
Okay.
That's oh god, it's utterly ridiculous. That's their trademark, so we know them.
Okay.
The president has been in office for less than 2 months. I told the State of the Nation, the word in this office is explanatory.
Okay.
State of the Nation's address.
Okay.
We are telling the current condition and what he intend doing.
Okay.
2 months. What were you expecting him to say? That I've been able to do this, do that. Have you passed the budget for him? No. So if we are talking about maybe somewhere December, yeah, I could have expected you to tell me, okay, he has done this, done that, done that. Even with this 2 months, he's able to tell you what he has done. Hard first, right? We reduced from 75,000 to 62,000.
Okay.
Clearly telling you that if you are a Muslim or you are a Muslim, you want to travel, indirectly the government is giving 18,000 Ghana cedis for free.
Yes, true.
That's what we're talking about. You have senior high school students, you see on social media, right?
Yeah.
Talking about now they can eat egg, they can eat sardine and all that. That's the achievement within 2 months period. Not even up to 2 months. So he expected the president to come and tell us the achievement within 2 months, which I believe will be unfair. So it was prudent that he tells us what his plan is for the year, and that's what he has delivered on. Talking about Galamsey and other things.
So good. So quick one. Let's come to the economy. And when we want to talk about economy, economy has like is a very big umbrella that has all these sub there, health sector and all those things beneath it. And talking about what you are saying now, when you go on social media, what other people are saying that the NDC government now doesn't have a budget.
Okay.
But they are riding on the budget that was read by the previous government. So anything good that is being done this time around, the credit should be given to the previous government. So so that is what is trending on social media. So
if that's the case, then it will be that no president in Ghana should be credited for anything because the money given them is given by us.
Okay.
So it's how we allocate, it's how you're able to think to generate other revenues. That's what we are talking about here.
Okay.
If the president can think that, okay, we have food at Tema, right?
Okay.
Let me order the chief of staff so that we can release to senior high school students. The president even created a former administration that those food were procured in the last administration.
Good.
I've only ordered my chief of staff. Now you're commending you for your actions, how you've been able to think to provide solutions to our current needs. So if you're commending government, you're not commending because he used your money to take care of senior high school students.
Good.
I hope did he use his money? Are you commending him
That's
for
true.
senior high school?
That's true.
Does it mean that he uses your money?
No.
Many budgets are just used simply because we are saying that there are some essential services government has to cater for.
Good.
So even as we are transitioning, we need to make sure that we provide a budget. So when it comes to salary payments and all those things, so the government wouldn't find itself wanting. By that, we're talking about doing so, right? If that's the kid, then Akufo-Addo is the one that's causing the doing so. You see, you want to do cherry picking, you want to, argue based on what you're convenient with. If that's the case, then Akufo is the cause of doing so.
Okay.
They claim there's doing so. I have not seen doing so before. Of course, my light has never been off.
Okay.
Ever since Mahama came to power.
Okay.
I can also say that because of that too, there's no doing so somewhere.
Okay.
But if that will be the, if they're going to premise their argument on that, then what that will then mean is that Akufo is the cause of doing so.
Okay, so quickly let's come to we are still within the economy space. Recently the finance minister has made us known that the investor, community have now had some kind of trust in our country. Now they want to come and invest in Ghana. They want to come and then open their businesses in Ghana, and then bondholders too have been paid. What is the unique thing that this government is doing or putting in place that is making them exercise all these things that the previous government couldn't do?
You see, when you have an economy manned by some people who claim they know it all, right? They're not willing to learn. They think that they are more than competent, they're well competent.
Okay.
That's what happens. If people come and invest their money, if salary worker, pensioners go invest their money, and government think that as a president, we don't have money, but I can travel like an Arabian prince, more than Mohammed bin Salman or Saudi Arabia.
I see.
That's to tell you that nobody will trust the economy because indeed you are spending recklessly.
That's true.
If you have the president appointing 126 ministers, who every one of them, you buy them V8, you buy them saloon car, which person will have trust in the economy? He had Ken Oforieta, who has used his bank, right, to be borrowing recklessly,
I see.
spending recklessly. What do you expect? if you have a government that is spending $58 million on, national cathedral, which is of no economic benefit to the country, what do you expect an investor community? What do you think will encourage an investor community to come to Ghana? When we spend $11.9 million on Palugu that never existed. Yes. When we spend $2 million on, Skytrain that never existed. When we spend $3 million on 200 drones for Galamsey that we never saw one of them. Right? So when we spend about $12 million, $3 million on Ajabade before his suspension. So no one will trust you because you're just spending, you just want them to handle his spend. There are times where we've had reports where, some foreigners say for you to even go and see the president, you have to pay money. Who wants to do that? So I think that John Dramani Mahama is a leader that everybody can trust. The leader that respect the investor community, and I've seen that there's a change, and this change is not in the former administration. You could just feel the change. You could feel the wind, right? You could feel the atmosphere.
Personally, I'm not feeling it in my pocket to do yet.
Of course, you will soon feel it. That is why in the coming months, you are going to see pragmatic solutions, right, being deployed to ensure that jobs are being created for every Ghanaian youth. That's why you're going to implement 24-hour economy to make sure that jobs are created. Then go and get the created that people were mocking. You are going to ensure that we invest in our
since you've mentioned in Nkoko Nketin, I would want us to touch on the agriculture sector. There's a saying that the backbone of every economy has to do with the agriculture sector and how they manage their agri sector. His Excellency has promised the Nkoko Nketin project. I just want to know how he intends to roll out this project. And listen to the State of the Nation's address. It looks like he wants the youths to have interest in this particular initiative that he's bringing. So just let me know how they are going to roll out this program for the benefit of all Ghanaians.
They are suffer at home. I thank God that finally we won because it wasn't easy. Where people really knew the relevance of it, the economic importance of it, but still chose to ridicule or mock it, right? If you look at MPP, for instance, they were not mocking the policy because maybe it's a bad policy. They are mocking it because we want power. We should create the impression that President Mahama doesn't have a vision. In fact, if you are looking at economy, we're talking about good economy. What we look at is how people will be able to afford basic needs. When you say you're having a strong economy, you're not looking at the president affording 3 V8. No, you're looking at average Ghanaian being able to afford basic needs. So in the economy, we have what we call autonomous consumption baskets. These are things that every individual, regardless of your income level, you spend on. So, for instance, poultry. I'm going to get that we're talking about. When we take the year 2022, Ghana, if you look at our consumption, we consume an estimated 460,000 metric tons of poultry, right? Now, if you look at the data from the United States Department of Agriculture in 2023, we produce just about 60,000, representing 13.8% of our demand. It's just like telling me that the whole year, I'm kind of treating our Montias here, Akoko 100 na ye did the whole year, right? Yeah, we the whole year. 13 pen na ye or more Ghana.
I see.
Right? Meaning that over 80 of them, 83 of them, 87 of them in Africa are not buy. Why it means is that we are importing from Brazil, from Great Britain, UK, from USA. These are countries that are well advanced, meaning that you are going to use your cedi, go and change the dollar, import it. So why don't we today invest in our poultry by making sure that today, just 2 days ago, I listened to the Honorable Minister for Food and Agriculture, Honorable Eriopoku, and he said something very, 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 encouraging, that he's been able to secure investors that are coming to produce feed for our farmers. Because one of the major challenges that our farmers are facing is the feed, because of how expensive it is. So because of that, you see, people when they go out to the market, they are rational beings. Every human being is a rational being.
That's true.
One more or less, they all serve the same purpose. Why don't I go and buy the foreign one that's less expensive?
That's true.
So we are going to invest so much in the feed. So the cost of production, once the cost of production is lowered, your per use price will reduce. So mean that if you are assisting the farmers in their feed, when they also grow their chicks, or they also rear them and they bring them to the market, their price will be lowered. Because then the cost of them taking care of them has reduced.
That's true.
And that's what John Dramani Mahama wants to do. Once you are doing that, you are creating jobs. And then you, the salary record that is spending this on Akoko Bakono. Today you will spend like 70 Ghana cedis. Why it means that the government is indirectly helping you save 30 Ghana cedis. That's what governance is about. But they don't understand those things. They are very basic. We are going to do the district farm center, where you're going to make sure that every district you have machines there. So if you want to plow, you want to farm maize, and then you don't have tractor that will go and plow your farm. The government is making sure that we give you a tractor. After you harvest, you're going to pay the government. That's what governance is about. And John Dramani Mahama has a practical solution, not theory. Not when the fundamentals are related. No, practical solutions.
That's
and
nice.
I'm not, they say vindication lies in the womb of time.
That's true.
John Dramani Mahama in the coming months will be vindicated. And we are all in this country, you will see it.
I'm very happy with how you've dissected the cocoa kitten. And we cannot talk about agriculture without talking about cocoa in Ghana. And then over there we have seen His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC giving some promises with how the cocoa farmer is going to be motivated with regards to the pricing of cocoa and then making fertilizers available to them. So coming from the NDC point of view, what is the actual plan for the cocoa sector that you are going to make it so much attractive to the cocoa farmer to the extent that they wouldn't want to sell their lands for people to, how do you call it, use it for galamsey?
Well, you see, cocoa prices are determined by the FOB or world market prices. So
Okay.
if you go and sell the cocoa, then you come and then give it to the farmers, right?
Okay.
So you look at the world market price. Of course, we syndicated loan. We buy it, we go and sell, we pay our loans, right? And what John Dramani Mahama wants to do, as you rightly said, galamsey is affected.
Yeah.
People think they're not getting so much from their farming, so why don't I give out my land, then get the money? What John Dramani Mahama wants to do, you see, everything John Mahama wants to do, you can refer. It's a track record of that, proven track record. Somewhere in 2014, when John Dramani Mahama decided, okay, we need to increase our cocoa production, what do? I need to make sure I give them free subsidies or free fertilizers. So in 2014, 2015 crop year, what he did was to give them 1.6 million bags of inorganic fertilizers. We gave farmers 220,000 bags of organic fertilizers. We gave farmers 1.7 million liters of foliar liquid fertilizers. And that year, we had we exported over 900,000 metric tons of cocoa. That clearly tells you that the NDC is committed when they say they want to do this. So if you look at even the conversation that the Honorable Minister for Agric is having, he's just telling you that the world market price is this.
Yeah.
If you're selling a thing for 7,000 or 10,000, don't come and give the farmer 3,000 and think that, oh, it's okay because 3,000 who will be actually. Give something that the farmer will be appreciate.
Yeah.
So that they wouldn't go and give out their land for galamsey. And I think he even mentioned about galamsey, how he's going to wage a resolute war on that. And galamsey affects you and I, your producers, everybody's affected.
That's true.
And galamsey is an ancestral shirt. We cannot keep on reinventing the wheel, going around. MPP has done their part. The results are there for everybody to see. We need to do post-operation assessment to know what went wrong. And then we don't just go and send soldiers. I don't believe in sending soldiers into the forest. It's about genuine political commitment to pursue the political actors involved. Because they are the one purchasing those excavators and what have you. Because today as we speak, Ghana Water is telling you that our water bodies are beyond the fermenting stability needs of 14,000. The WHO, expects it's permissible. It's not supposed to be beyond 4.
Okay.
So that's the standard.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be 4, more than 4.
Okay.
You are having yours to be 14,000.
That is
14,000.
That is outrageous.
And that's what Ghana Water will tell you. It's all responsive to treatment. Most of even the machines that we import in this country to treat water for domestic consumption have the capacity to treat water not beyond 50 and 100 NTU. Meaning that if they are treating that water for you, they have to add more chemicals.
Yes.
So that's how come today we are not even advised to even drink some of this sachet water. Of course, some of us, we don't have much money, so you have to resort to buying that.
So if we are talking about galamsey and what galamsey is causing to us as Ghanaians, recently I've seen His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say that when they go to the sites and then they, how do you call it, seize these machines, they shouldn't be burnt, but rather apprehend them, and then I don't know where they are going to convey these machines. Previous governments did that. At the end of the day, they told us that these machines are missing. Over 500 excavators were seized. What is this government going to do different? That we will not end up having the same information again, that excavators are nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I think the last time I asked a similar question about why the excavators are being bent. Yeah. The answer given me was that the machine works with a control box. Right? Okay. Once the control box is removed, you cannot move it.
Okay.
So what happens is that once those galamseyers or workers there get the intel that the military are coming in, they remove the control box. So when you get it, can even move it. So sometimes they have no option that to ban it because they will come back and take it.
Oh, okay.
Unless they want to tell me that we should then send the car to be towing there, which is going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
Some of them are actually stuck in the mud.
Yes.
So it's not easy for you to get them out.
Yeah.
So I think that the whole issue has to do with having a robust system of regulating our mining. That's why John Dramani Mahama is saying that today, or as he has come to power, he's going to decentralize our mining regime, licensing regime, to make sure that at a district level, you can then have the license to mine. We're going to make sure that every stakeholder is involved, because I cannot be in this community. Somebody will come from China, I think the person should rather come and then mine. I will be there. So you should find a way to make sure that we regularize small scale mining, where few people can come together, get a concession, where they'll be regulated. Unlike what the MPP was doing on the licensing spree, giving licenses to people like Chama Wunti going to mining, forests beyond its concession. That's not what John Dramani Mahama is supposed to do. And John Dramani Mahama, in his pursuit for this quest, said that, on his quest to fight this, Galamsey canker, said that if you are in his government, you cannot even do legal mining.
Okay.
Legal, not
legal
legal.
mine. Okay.
Why it then means is that, for instance, you are a minister of state.
Yeah.
Minister for Interior, for instance.
Yeah.
And you have a concession. For whatever reason, they are going beyond your concession. It will be difficult for the police to come against you because of the power play at hand. So what John Dramani Mahama wants to do is that we want to make sure that if you are in government, please don't go and do it. If you want to do it, just go and do it.
Yeah.
That's it. Just to make sure you don't have more political class in there. And I think that will also be a good step.
Okay, that's fine. I'm very much happy with how you've dissected this particular one. And recently I've seen the PMMC together with the finance ministry set up the gold board. So what is going to be the relationship within this gold board and then this whole Galamsey things that is happening?
You see, every country are really good, right?
Okay.
And like how MPP will be bragging, have reserves. It is good. So you have your gross international reserve. Every central bank needs gold holdings in dollar and all that.
Okay.
So as a country, you need to be able to make sure you buy dollars that you can keep as your reserve. It helps you in your international transactions, right? It gives you a very, very external position, good external position. Now what MPP left us, that Fernando said, Omaja 8 billion gross international reserve, which is not even true, because if you look at the Bank of Ghana data as of November, we're around 7.92 billion.
Okay.
Or maybe he approximated it. By NDC in 8 years, it added about 4.2, because we took it from 2.03 billion in 2008. 2016, when we were leaving power, we were doing around 6.2 billion dollars. Okay. So we are going to make sure that government is able to buy those gold, so we don't smuggle them out. Because Ghana is losing, according to the UK, Ghana is losing $2 billion because of illegal smuggling of our gold. Okay. So you need to make sure that you buy the gold, so you can have a good external position in your reserves. You understand? The goal for oil policy, for instance, is just the normal, what Bawumia did.
Yeah.
Was simply barter trade. But he wanted to qualify with a different technology, right? Because go and exchange gold for oil there. Everybody can do it, right? So John Dramani Mahama is committed to making sure that we stabilize our economy, stabilize our city. Our education is going to get better again, and everybody should hope for the best. Since you're talking about the SONA, the education, since I'm a student, so I want to talk about education.
We'll delve much into that. Right from here, that is where we are going now. Great. But we want to build a preamble so that we can delve into our educational sector. So talking about our educational sector, I would like us to start from the basic system of our education. That is our KG, primaries, and then to our JHS. Us at now, we still have schools that are under trees. We still have students that don't get uniform to wear to school. Our school feeding program, it is not constituted well. That's some caterers are complaining of arrears that are yet to be paid. Now when we come to our second cycle educator, our secondary schools too, we have some teachers within our secondary schools that find it difficult to get place to sleep. When it comes to accommodation problem, teachers don't get place to sleep. This is a big problem that is in our educational system. And then we come to our university, tertiary educational sector too. There is a very much problem when it comes to accommodation for students. Accommodation for students. It is very, 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 very difficult for students to get places. When you go to University of Ghana, you don't have, they are less traditional, how do you call it, halls.
Yeah.
You go to other KNUST,
Yeah.
ATU and
Good. That school is just, it cannot be a school on its own.
Okay.
You have to associate it with Legon.
Oh really?
So Kumasi Legon, that's KNUST.
Wow.
Yes.
I need to get someone from KNUST to sit here. I need to get someone from KNUST to sit here so that you can banter on this. Oh. But I am coming from a Catholic University though.
Okay.
Yes,
that's a senior high school. That's the second degree senior high school. This is a upgraded version of senior high school. Anyway, let's get. Yes, it's just an upgraded version. The only university in Ghana is this. And you know that. That's the only recognized university.
Hey! My viewers, students of Akata University, this is for you. This is what the Lagos people are telling us.
I think one of your students actually said that if when I was an actor wins, he's going to defer his course. I don't know whether he has fulfilled his promise.
Oh,
I think a student from your school said that.
My school, ATU.
Yes.
He said when Zanato
wins,
you
will defer.
Oh, I'm not sure he has. I'm not sure he has. He was actually here last week. Oh. He was here last week. I brought him on the show last week. Oh, I asked him, has he deferred? He said, we thank God. That was his answer.
Well, it's normal.
He thanked God.
That's what happens when you're in a upgraded version of senior high school. But anyway,
my brother. No, you don't. It looks like you don't want us to complete this show.
Please.
It looks like you don't want us to complete this show. You came here to talk about NDC. Please focus on your NDC.
I said this on a lighter note.
I beg you, focus on your NDC.
KUST, please, is a university, complete university. I respect every university and what they do. I don't intend denigrating the image of every university.
Oh, yes. We sometimes say this to,
of course,
make the show.
But some people can take it personal.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
Although
but it is good we've come out with the clarification that it was on a very lighter note.
Yes, sure.
Yes. So just as I was saying about on our educational sector, right from our basic school to our tertiary school level, it looks like there's problem, and these problems have been consistent. Government in, government out. The theory, they are being told what they would want to do, but practically nothing happened on the ground. What is the plan of NDC to our educational sector?
Our plan is very clear, very simple. We believe that education is holistic. It's not just about senior high school. The MPP thought that education is not about senior high school. If you talk about university, say free senior high school. If you talk about basic education, free senior high school. Join the man in Mahama is saying, look, it's just like emphasis on free senior high school will be like they're constructing a road. You construct a 3-lane road or 4-lane road into a 1-lane road. There will be congestion. You have problems. So what do? We need to start from the basic level. Today, as we speak, curriculum has been changed for the past 3 years. There are no textbooks to teach on that particular or the new curriculum. You need to make sure that you commit enough resources to be able to take care of all those things. John Dramani Mahama is saying that we want to build more schools to be able to reduce drastically the number of schools on the streets. If we come to the second cycle, one thing about every government, or one thing that is very key in terms of good governance, is stakeholders.
Okay.
MPP managed to surprise every stakeholder in this country. Charles, when was the last time you heard Charles speaking? You didn't hear them. Their utmost silence was loud, even to the hearing of the deaf. They were so silent. Today they are speaking, and that's what I want. I've been lucky that way because they are in the sector. They know what is happening. The moment you want to, suppress their opinion, what it then means is that you are not going to get the best reality. Your education minister may want to appease you, may want to maybe massage your ego, come and tell you stories. Let the teachers come and tell. That's why today John Dramani Mahama is saying that we're having an educational forum. They've started. They're doing region by region, making sure that we hear everybody on how best we can transform our education. We don't want to sit in Jubilee House and Parliament and decide how to implement our educational policies. We want to include parents. For instance, free senior high school, for instance, if you had engaged stakeholders, before the introduction of free senior high school, we have new ones, we have Anglo Ashanti, MTN, other corporations paying for people to go to senior high school. When the government can, because of politics, scoring political points, you could have created a separate fund so that all these companies can now channel their funds that they were using to take care of students then into a common fund. So what it will do to the government is that it's going to relieve your financing burden.
That's true.
But the government want to do it. So they couldn't.
As a matter of fact, what I got to realize is that the free SHS did not have a dedicated source of funding.
Yes, but the president, when asked about the funding, he said that when he gets to Ghana, he will find out. So John Dramani Mahama at every level is making sure that he has a proper plan. Today, he has promised that we are going to start the distribution of sanitary pad in this March, right? And it's something that we have done it for. I said that John Dramani Mahama has a proven track record of it. In 2014, when Professor Jane, now Vice President, was the Education Minister, we had a 156 million extended credit facility loan from World Bank, where we used it to procure sanitary pad for our students at the secondary level and the junior high school level. You see, there's a reason that was done in somewhere 2006, and then it actually revealed that or established that the access to education or turnout in terms of women or females in school were inextricably related to sanitary pads. In that, because of their monthly discharge, some of them because they cannot afford it, they don't want to go to class. So they were missing classes more. Yeah. Meaning that if you're a government and you want to make sure that you have most of your females going to school, you want to meet the United Nations sustainable goals, right? Making sure that there's an equitable base for all males and females in terms of education. You need to provide them. Not too long ago, Joint News did a report from northern part of Ghana. And once a man, they buy a sanitary pad and they sleep with the girls. Some of them cannot afford. Sanitary pad today is costing that much. And what he wants to do again for every Ghanaian lady out there is that we are going to pay the 25 economy. In that, I'm not switching about, I'm just setting an example. For instance, 25 economy, we are going to give you financial incentive like tax breaks, right? So if, let's say, you are a gas sanitary pad, the reason why there's high cost of sanitary pad in this country is not just because they're actually in short or something like that. Most of them are being important to the country. Yeah. What the government needs to do is to support the companies. Yeah. So if Yas sanitary pad, we don't have to go and build one district, one factory somewhere. Yas sanitary pad can operate 3 times. Yeah. What it means is that it's just like building 2 factories in addition. Okay. Same factory. It's just like building 2 factories in addition. So if you're investing in sanitary pad more, giving them tax breaks, for instance, what we are saying, we are going to introduce TOU, that's time of use tariff system, meaning that it's going to segregate. If you are working the night, the per kilowatt hour will reduce. Yeah. So if sanitary pad is produced at a very lesser cost. Yeah. Government is supporting them. Government is making sure that at the end of the day, people will buy, getting the ready market. It means that your sanitary pad price will reduce. And that Ghanaian woman will appreciate the good governance. Now, if you come to the university level too, John Dramani Mahama, last time I came to my University of Ghana, promised that, look, you have vast lands. I'm going to partner, the government is going to partner with the private sector. So we can build more hostels. Then we will get to the prices. Because it's not just about building. It's also making sure that it's affordable.
So that is the hostel accommodation?
Yes. Okay. Because government cannot build everything. Government needs to make sure they create that congenial environment for private sector to thrive. Okay. So if I'm allowing people, or I'm giving the opportunity to come and build on University of Ghana campus, I must have an agreement with you that, okay, the prices should actually be reasonable. And then the people are going to pay. If you are in Pent, you are paying 24,000. The person you are saying no fee stress. After paying for the no fee stress, the level handling fees, where would the person sleep? You understand? So beyond pay, you have to think about where the person will sleep to. Yes. So when it comes to the tertiary level, John Dramani Mahama is saying that once you're coming to the university, we are going to take care of your academic facility user fees. So that the pressure, because sometimes you're giving admission. Let me explain why we said that level-handed. When you're giving admission, university admission is dependent on fulfilling your financial obligation. That's meaning true. That the fact that you saw admission letter doesn't mean you come to school. That's true. Until you pay. They give you deadline. Yes. Some people are unable to pay. That's why they didn't come to school.
That's very true.
Some people receive late admission. My school Legon. They can start class and 2 weeks later they will give you admission.
It happens everywhere.
Correct. Yes. So what it then means is that some people receive the admission 24 hours, pay the money. Yeah. How would the person pay the money? The stress. That's what it means. The stress of paying. Why don't you relieve you of that burden? Come to the school, government will pay for you. Use the whole year. Think about how you can continue pay. If you think you cannot pay, government is going to make a loan available so you continue with your education. There are various scholarship schemes available. Today he's saying that people with disabilities to go to university for free. Theirs will be from first year to fourth year. And it's not the MPP promise. So some people thought it was MPP promise. It was actually captured in our 2020 manifesto, the People's Manifesto, page 74. MPP bereft with policy idea went to stole it. Who lifted it? And I'm the told. And I'm going to say, hey, but we are the pay or more money than enter. And everybody that's physically challenged to will go to the university for free. So John Dramani Mahama is making sure that all key stakeholders in our education sector voice will matter. We are not going to. John Dramani Mahama is somebody that's not impervious to public opinion, or somebody that he's that humble to learn from everybody. Because when you are implementing a policy, don't forget it's going to have a direct impact on the people.
That's true.
So you must view the policy implementation from the people's view, or from the people's end. Yeah. Not just thinking about you yourself. Yes. So. Now we are talking about national service, military training for national service.
That's true.
We are going to introduce.
But on this particular one, comments on social media is that military training to national service personnel, it is something that is in the National Service Act or something like that. So it's nothing new. So, it is just a matter of enforcement that this government want to enforce it.
So then Nanado shouldn't be commended for free senior high school. We are the 28th of our constitution is very clear.
Yeah.
B, that's free tertiary education. Simplest, sorry, 25B, free tertiary education or free senior high school, government should consider implementing. So should we say that because free senior high school is in the constitution, right? It means that we should commend another because he implemented it. It does not fly in the face of common sense. What we are saying is that we are going to introduce short military training, Obeko training, Obeko, Oye DBO, Oye GBO, Oye YBO. You will go. You understand what I'm saying? Now I know there are a lot of misconception, or people are taking it from a different, or people are trying to analyze it from all manner of political lens.
Yeah.
Short military training. We didn't say military training. Short military training.
Okay.
Security has evolved. When you say military training, you can't talk about press at 200.
Okay.
No. Security has evolved. We are going to educate your people. It's not only Ghana. If you go to Israel, Russia, Estonia, Algeria, they are all
even South Korea. Yeah, it's a must for you to go through the training for a whole year.
What happens is that in every country, when you talk about security is not soldier or police. Mm-hmm. It's a state of mind to feel secured. You can have the presence of 200 police officers here. And if you're mentally, you're not secured, you're not okay. There's no security. So we're not talking about security, we're not talking about soldiers 500. No. What we are saying is that we want to educate Ghanaian youth on basic national security threats and risk, basically also making sure that at least they will get to know, they will have some basic emergency response skills, right? And now even suggested to the president that we can make this as an recruitment avenue where people who undergo this short military training demonstrate some level of extraordinary intelligence or capacity to work in the military. I believe that our big men, or this, brigadier generals, can actually determine that, okay, this person, I think he will some potential that we actually need our security. They can pick you from there. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that should be the recruitment procedure, but I'm also saying that this can also serve as an opportunity for us to get most of our intelligent guys into security services.
That's true.
Today, most of the people we have, they are JHS graduates and senior high school graduates.
That's true.
We don't build a country like that.
No.
I'm not saying that if you're the senior high school graduate and the military, you're not intelligent, you're not competent enough. That's not what I'm saying. I'm only saying that having more of your university graduates in your security is very important, because security today is not about machoism. No, the brain must work. At a point when we're doing operation see something, say something.
Yes.
Most of us were not able to really, actively participate because we can't even determine whether someone is going to commit a crime. So we are educating your population to be able to detect basic crimes. Right? Intelligent, basic. The emphasis on basic.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're going to train like a CID. No.
Yeah.
But every Ghanaian youth can tell that, okay, something is happening here. Emergency response. Something has happened. What should I do? And one member of parliament, I've forgotten the name, one professor, NDC MP, of course. Yeah. She's the only person I can say that. I say she's a medical doctor. She was even saying that parliament doesn't even have emergency response arrangements.
That's true.
And even members of parliament
I remember that.
Even be trained. So if your colleague MP falls, the one sitting beside you fall down, you should know what to do before your daughter's coming. That's the basic thing you have to know. So educating your people on basic security threats and risks is nothing too big, especially when our borders are under threat.
That's right? That's fine. So I'm wrapping up on the State of the Nation's address. I would like us to pick the closing statements of the leaders. I mean the majority and then the minority leaders. So according to the majority leader, that's the State of the Nation address that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama read to us represents hope, truth, and as a matter of honesty. Yeah. And then when you come to the minority side, Afenyo Markins have made it clear to us that although His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has told us he's going to constitute his government with a very lean, ministers of states, which has to be 60.
Yeah.
But he has taken another approach of appointing more presidential staffers. That he has tagged it Mahama Balcon appointment baby.
I really like him. Honestly, I like him. He makes me laugh. He's right now he's leading the funeral planning committee of Parliament. They all wore black, right?
Yes.
Funeral planning committee. They're planning how to organize.
Oh, that's the indication.
Yes, because I don't know why you wear black and then when you're going to hear that semper. Look, that assertion is not factually based.
Okay.
Right? He's just trying to express mere sentiment. Mm-hmm. He thinks I should talk about the government because John Dramani Mahama, he's staying to his promises, right? Okay. This same person told John Dramani Mahama he should appoint more than 60. right? John Dramani Mahama will not do that. John Dramani Mahama promised, I want to run a lean government, cost-cutting government. So I want to appoint 60. I want to have more females. So if you go to the presidency, you have our 48% of the working force constituting have been women. Females constitute 48% of the working force in the Jubilee House.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, I'm new to this.
We are saying that John Dramani Mahama, whatever he said there, was based on fact. Afanya Maki just want to express emotion. And I'm sometimes shocked that MPP all of a sudden want to have us all of us believe that they will some substantial moral compass to tell me how the country should go. We know them. These same people came to power and told us, Mahama Bobo saying too much. Hey, baby, the incompetent Mahama. But Omia said that you don't even have to even borrow to construct. He borrowed more than everybody. Mahama between 2013 to 2016 borrowed just about 3.5 billion for the Eurobond market. But Omia said that because of election he's borrowing too much. When they came between just 2018 to 2021, they borrowed $11.25 billion from the Eurobond market. When our inflation was not up even 20%, and you came. As of December 2022, it rose up to 54.1% hyperinflation in 22 years. Now you've been see that because last time something like that happened was in April 2001, where we recorded 59.7%.
I see.
We know what it can do. Our debt to GDP as of December 2022 was around 104%. That's the kind of people we are talking about. You are talking about an economy that you left that cannot service your external debt. Of course, if I'm
I'll be very glad when I don't know. I want us to.
You see, it's not about emotions, so we know them. You see, there's a way they try to condition their members so that they will feel comfortable. Oh, honorable, yeah, they can lie, and sometimes they think somehow we are killers as some of their members. These people can go and tell, you Lucy because Galamsey 2020, you Lucy sitting with Galamsey, and it's completely fallacious. Data does not support those assertions.
Quick one. There's this particular MP, Honorable Eko Asifua from I think Tafo or something like that. He posted something on his social media that has to do the difference between sinking fund and then debt restructuring and something like that. And then you had people or he himself telling us that there is a difference between the sinking fund and then and personally what I know from my perspective knows that sinking fund is actually a fund that money is being reserved in to service our debt. And then a debt restructuring, how do you call it, whatever account, it is self-explanatory. That's good. That is used to just as you said. So instances like this and then coming from a member of parliament from an economic point of view and then from a political party that is NDC, what do you think this particular MP is trying to portray to Ghanaians?
What I can simply say is that, and to assure every Ghanaian, is that unfortunately our brothers in the MPP are suffering from what we call PTSD, which is traumatic stress disorder or psychosis. They are not intense with reality. They're still thinking they're in government, so they are still thinking about Lucy and Party and Lucy. And normal. It's shocked. You see how they were going to the election, thinking that they have some referee somewhere who would then officiate in their favor. So he said they have 1 million ways of winning the election. But now we are we will win this election by strategy. It will shock the NDC. They didn't imagine.
So they are rather shocked.
I think that he's just doing that. It's a relief. Right? He's just doing so that he can recover from the election.
I see.
Yes, so let's give them time. They will soon come back to sense of reality. They still think another is the president, so that's why they are still acting like that. So when they get finally understand that John Dramani Mahama and Professor Jane, the woman that Chama won't be said, or no dating Mahama, oh God have mercy on everyone. Today is the vice president of Ghana, and until they come to terms with reality that indeed NDC is in power, I don't think because this guy, one of their MPs actually said, "I not pray." The one that was referred to as silly by. Hard castle. That's silly child. Said that he said the Mahama cannot come to power again. They are sure the Mahama has come back to power.
That's true.
Because Mahama will say, we have cursed him. Mahama, they are obeying. Opo president. Whether you like it or not, he's a president. And there's no data to support that you did better than him. There's no data. You can come to the debate with us. You can come and debate with data. We know what you left the country. You couldn't even pay Wyatt to release results. This is the government we're talking about. Government that couldn't pay Wyatt. Couldn't pay people that are even taking care of our cooking for our students at the senior high school level.
I'm a national service personnel.
Like I said, we couldn't pay. Mahama he paid. That's the government we are talking about. Right? Mahama is telling you that I'm stopping non-essential travel. If you're a minister, if I want to travel by first class, I'm not going to support that. That's the kind of president you're talking about.
Good. So I would want us to close docket on the State of the Nation's address and then move quickly to a very peculiar story that is trending on the social media. So when it comes to the MPPs, the centered MPP crowd, that's the NDC now is using state apparatus as well as the state agencies to apprehend some of their former appointees and all that. And I would also cite example with Abronye and then whoever was in charge of the Sky Train, whatever.
Yeah, Professor.
Yes. So these two people, Alan, they have he has been apprehended. Yeah. He's in a custody now with the is it BNI or NIB?
Yeah, he was released, later released.
So he has been released. Yeah, that is fine. And then Abronye too was being invited. And then other people to Ken Oforiatta is been declared fugitive now. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you see a Shoshano. But what's the concern of the MPP now is that MPP is using the state apparatus to their advantage. They are not allowing the system to work, as much as the laws of the country to work. But they are rather chasing these people because they are in power. They are chasing them and they want. Thank you. That is the word. Political witch hunting. Sure. That is what they are doing. So, as a political party, do you think it is good that your party is using the state apparatus to their advantage and not following the laid down procedures or what the Constitution says?
They are only resorting to emotional blackmail. It's very simple. They just want to appease the emotions of Ghanaians. And it will not work. Look, with Witch Hunter, whatever they call it, I want to, say this quote from Manase Azuri. He posted it on X. Said that there's nothing wrong with political witch hunting if the hunted are indeed malevolent witches. What is wrong with hunting a witch? Political witch hunting a witch. Or your witch into your witch hunting. Or your cronfo into your bono chrono coins.
I said before there's one thing about the Constitution say that until you are being proven guilty,
it's a fundamental right of every citizen to be presumed innocent until otherwise proven guilty by a competent court of jurisdiction. Yeah. I understand.
Good.
They have been invited, right?
Yes.
It's not a verdict. They've been invited to answer questions. Good. It's that simple.
Good.
I don't know how this is difficult. You've been invited. Abron said Mahama is what? Holding 500 million, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
At the Jubilee House.
Correct. Me, Prince Kuma, I went out to campaign for a president. That will I went out to campaign for Mahama, not to come and hold 500 million. We need money to undertake capital expenditures, right? So if we think that Mahama is holding money somewhere, which you can then give us evidence, so you go and take this money. How is it difficult? No, he said that I'm saying that you, right, you're hiding money somewhere. You say, okay, we want the money. Come and tell us where the money is. He say, I won't come. How does this make sense to you? Honorable Abronye, for instance, just wants to be popular because in his region, he knows very well that he will no longer be a regional chairman again in the Bono region. He knows.
How?
In 2016.
You are not an MPP
I'm
member to
you,
decide that.
This
You are
is
not
what
a
we call
delegate.
deflation taxes.
You are not a delegate in MPP,
I'm
so you are not to
fact,
decide that.
I know what is coming. They are playing deflation taxes. Do you know what they are doing?
No.
Ever since he became a regional chairman, their numbers have been reducing in the Bono region. After in the 7th parliament, that's 2017, so 2016 election. NDC had only one seat out of the 12 seats in Bono region.
Okay.
That's Banda, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim.
Okay.
Only one seat. In 2020, that's the 8th parliament. Yeah. NDC was able to come to 6. They also had 6 out of 12. Today, do you know what is happening?
0.
They are having 1. That's the German side. That one was a slim margin.
Okay.
NDC now has 11. That's the chairman there. That's what he has been able to do. He's just talking recklessly, making comment that cannot be substantiated.
Okay.
John Dramani Mahama is not your usual president. John Dramani Mahama is willing to fight corruption. So if you think he's corrupt, John Dramani Mahama always said that if you think he was corrupt, he had 7 years. Of course, the constitution is very clear. He had 3 years to prosecute him. If you couldn't do it, why did you come and complain? When you put for the expedition and all that, when charge was petitioned, Charge lead a whole 79-page report on 29 September 2016. Saying that wasn't the bribe. You people accuse him of having hotels, ships in Tokyo Harbor, and what have you. All of this turned out not to be true. John Dramani Mahama, if they think he's joking, let me give them an example. Somewhere in 2014, the NSL was equally rocked with, this ghost news and all that. Why John Dramani Mahama did somewhere in October was to order the National Security Coordinator then, Mr. Edward Yadonko, to probe, which led to even the prosecution and arrest of the chief director, Alhaji Imoru Mohammed.
Okay.
Arrested and prosecuted. What are you talking about? Even this guy, what do you call it? Abu Gapele was even prosecuted. What are you talking about?
See.
He was jailed for 6. Philip Asebi, the businessman, was also jailed for 12 years. In another that granted him presidential amnesty.
Yeah.
When Victoria Hammer said that, you know what, just $1 million, he didn't steal. She didn't steal. Mahama said, please go. When Bas Brandon Saka came, Honorable Jivati for the transport minister, what did Mahama do? He said, please go and set aside. Please, the money should be retrieved to the state. That's the kind of president we are talking about. So if they think that's going to be as business as usual, I'm sorry for them. Honorable Abronia, I know the game we want to play. Unfortunately, Bono Regional Chairman, no winner because
that is not an assertion for you to make.
No, I'm telling you for the fact that almost that among members someone can say, oh yeah, the reason is there. Ever since he became a regional, chairman, they have been losing their seats. You are having 11 seats. Now you're having only 1. This is the chairman you're talking about. This chairman thinks
that is not a good track record.
He will some moral tendency to come and talk on somebody being corrupt.
That is not.
This is somebody who clearly attended Gampa. Please, let's be serious in this country. we are not. You see, I've said it earlier. NDC we will welcome every constructive criticism. In fact, you need critics for you to govern well.
Yes.
But what we will not condone is dish gutter pedestrian anachronistic infantile propaganda masturbation. We will deal with you. In fact, we are not going to allow you to peddle
what did you just say?
I'll not repeat that.
Repeat that for me.
The NDC is committed to run a good governance. And for that matter, we will welcome every constructive criticism.
I see.
But what we will not condone is pedestrian gutter infantile anachronistic propaganda masturbation. We will not relate any deal with who want to demean the works of John Dramani Mahama. We are here to govern. Serious business. Ghana are expecting a lot. Ghanaians are expecting a lot. We want to create jobs for the 1.9 million youth that have no jobs in Ghana. We want to create jobs for the people that have been subjected now below the poverty line. You claim you increase salaries. Meanwhile, when you increase salary, people are now being pushed below the poverty line. He tells you that it's not about increasing the amount. And maybe let me say this: 10% and any people are talking about salary increments. When you understand money very well, you understand that money is not written handed.
Yeah.
Money is measured in terms of value. Value is talking about what are you using to buy. So you look at a salary worker every month I receive 1,000 cedis. What do every salary worker spend on? What's the rate of increment in the price of those things? That's how they will feel the value. If you give me 100 cedis in Accra and somebody is spending 100 cedis in my hometown Kentampo, it's two different things. The value of 100 cedis in Kentampo
is different from there. That is true.
So you're looking at what I'm spending on.
Yeah.
So you're compensating for real loss in income. That's compensating for the decrease in purchasing power.
Yeah.
What's the power of the money to purchase?
Yeah.
Right. So if your inflation is going to 54.1%, even if you increase their salary by 30%, they will not feel it much because what they are spending on has also skyrocketed. So what John Dramani Mahama wants to do is to make sure that we invest so much in the economy, price of goods and services will come down. Everybody should just relax.
That's true.
Yeah, but the boy, my papa, so I want to tell every student, every Ghanaian, be how please be bold, vent it. We are ready to listen. John Dramani Mahama wants to listen. He's a man of humility. He has demonstrated a kind of unadulterated humility that genuinely bestowed on every vessel that has it. MPP 4 there. Right now, as I said earlier, they are suffering from a psychosis.
So, in conclusion, I just chanced on a letter on social media that is the NPP is going to tell us the true state of Ghana on the 4th of March. So, whilst you conclude with that, all your remarks, pack everything together and let us know what the NDC has to say about the true state of the nation that people want to address on the 4th.
When Kwaku Kwatu said that Ghana's economy is being run like Ponzi scheme, he was talking about the NPP actually. So maybe I come to tell us that yes, the state of the economy is that the economy couldn't pay debt, both principal and interest. The state of the economy is that you couldn't pay WAEC. That's it. The state of the economy is that the government spends so recklessly that we spent $58 million on National Cathedral. That's of no commercial value to the state. The state of the economy is that we spent $2 million on SkyTrain that we never saw anything. The state of the economy is that we spent $3 million on COVID-19 tracker app that never worked. That's the state of the economy, and that's what we are expecting. The state of the economy is that price of food and goods and services has risen so much to about 23% in your administration. The state of the economy is that inflation rose to 54.1% in your era. The state of the economy is that CD that you paid it for 4.2, even 3.8 in 2016. You left it somewhere 14, 15 Ghana cedis. So the point that it was 18 Ghana cedis, that is the state of the economy. So of course I'm expecting that because they left nothing.
Okay.
Our economy was prolonged into quagmire.
I see.
Our economy actually have no bones. Yeah, the life be shame. I'm a yeah, Juma. And in wrapping up, I want to say hi to 10 members, UGT members, for their support.
Okay.
And you know, NDC, we don't brag. You know what happened in Ayawas West Wogon?
I did.
In 2020, Man Lydia won with a little over 2,000 votes.
Okay.
We're committed. We fought. People said that John Dumelo is attacking widows. People created even on the eve of the election, send messages in the name of John Dumelo. Don't vote for that widow. Bloody all that. Although I don't support those comments.
I see.
And said that he's an actor. He should be serious. He should go and farm and all that. We are committed. He fought so well. I'm so proud to be part of the game. To be part of the change that has happened. We won all the 57 polling stations on University of Ghana campus.
Wow.
All of them.
Wow.
All of them.
Wow.
In the last election, we won only 3. From 3 to all the 57.
That must be a very hard work that you guys put together.
And let me commend the former president. He has done so well. Jonathan Atichobe. He has done massively.
The former team president?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, all the team members, actually, everybody. But I mean, he was the one leading the campaign. You have Jacob Bell. You have Sefako, Livingston, and the guys. They all did well.
I know Jacob Bell very well.
Hey, you know Jacob Bell. You know the guys. But Jake, all the guys. You know, Kima and that. So we won with about 13,000 votes, and we have retired Man Lydia to go and focus on producing, Lydia contraceptives. Man Lydia, I like you so much. You know I like you. She's a very generous woman. Very, very nice woman. But unfortunately, the Tescom people on campus didn't campaign. On what you see can do. If you go to Game Park, NDC won. All the police station on Game Park. If you go to UCC, we won. If you go to KNC, we won. If you go to UMAT, we won. When people say NDC intellectual party, I wonder. Please be serious. We are changing the narrative. The youth of Ghanaians are now finding the NDC more attractive. If you think having Chamawun to be as original chairman is good for you, 2028, we shall meet again. Thank you so much.
So guys, as a matter of fact, today's show has been a mixture of everything. Seriousness, bravo, comedy, all the political analysis, you get me? We analyze everything to the core. Yeah, digestive bibiama what yes. This is what the NDC is about, and this is what the NDC want to do for the Ghanaians. So from my view, I think that the NDC has something good for the people. Listening to what he said, providing
you don't
everything.
Have to think, please, you have to know. Yes, you don't like you think.
Providing everything they are saying is being done. You get me? As Ghanaians, as citizens, as people that we want good for our country, these are some of the things that we want to hear. But it shouldn't only be said with the mouth, but practically on grounds. We want it reflecting. We want to see it happening. Just so, if it happens, why not? Your guess is as good as mine. Ghanaians will give you another 4 years so that we all, can enjoy the good things that the NDC want to give Ghanaians. Once again, this has been your favorite political show with me, Political Pulse, with Gausu Zamani. I bring this to you every week. Today, it has been with the NDC. Analyze the State of the Nation's address. We also talked about the state's, claim that MPP claim that NDC using the state apparatus to arrest some of their former appointees, and he also talked about the real State of the Nation address that the MPP want to present to us. So this has been our topic of discussion for today, and it's going to be a bye for now. I know you don't like it when I'm ending my show this way. So all my viewers out there, let me know your views in the comment section, and then anyone out there who wants us to market their product for them, we have our contact numbers below our screens. Pick them, call us. We'll help you hit your market targets. We'll help you market your products. And this has been your favorite political show with me, Gausu Zamani, and it is peace out.